When we started this series on sow bugs, I mentioned that we were going to tie three different types of sow bugs. And this is the third, and actually, this is the most common way I see a sow bug tied. This fly is a lot of times tied in the same way, with no shell back, no feelers, and just a little tuft of dubbing on the back of the hook as sort of a tail. The way I tie it is with a shell back and a very prominent or very easy to see rib, as well as I'm going to put some antenna on the front. You can also put a tail or antenna on the back, and you can brush out the dubbing when you get done to make legs. This is the third and last sow bug in this series.
Another fly for your box from Father's Fly Shop.
I'm tying another sow bug pattern here. Before I do that, I'm going to mix a little dubbing. This dubbing, I'm going to start out with a base of some Wapsi sow scud, and I'm just going to kind of put about 3 sort of pinches, trying to get about the same size, and I'm pulling these just out of the corner of the bag and just trying to get them roughly the same size in terms of the size of the pinch. And then, because this is a lighter color, I'm going to mix in some hairline rainbow dub, and maybe half the size. So I've got 3 pinches of tan sow scud dubbing from Wapsi, and 1 pinch of the dark rainbow dub from hairline, and I'm just going to pick all those up, and then I'm just going to kind of mix these by hand. You can do this in a blender, coffee grinder, put it in the plastic bag with holes poked in it. I know I demonstrated that in another video. Just kind of mix it up so we've got a little bit of dub. There we go with that. We'll set that aside. Second thing I'm going to need on this is some wire, and I'm going to use a 0.15 wire, just a lead wire to do this. This is actually, if the general rule is to use something about the same width as the shank of the hook, this is a little bit thinner than that, and I want it a little bit thinner than that. I'm going to tie this with some tan 16-aught Vivas thread and black 0.1 mil wire, as well as some centipede legs in speckled brown. These are from MFC. These centipede legs are kind of like round rubber legs, but they're really, really fine. And the sow bug has an antenna, sort of. So some people who tie the sow bug actually tie an antenna on it, and I'm just going to clip just one of these strands and lay it aside. And so I'm going to start out with about 10 wraps. This really fine wire. It's a number 16 hook. I want to kind of center it and then just pull the lead wire off. This may be lead-free wire. I usually try to tie with lead-free, so I've got that about centered. Could actually tie this with a little bigger thread if you wanted to. I'm not going to. And I just want to get a few turns over the lead wire to just secure it. Now, on a sow bug, I've mentioned before in the other videos, some people do not put a shell back on them, and some people don't rib sow bugs. I'm going to do both. Some of in and secure it. Clear scud back, and I'm going to cut just an angled tip on that. I like to put the tip on my side, hold the shell back so that it is going to be roughly centered when it wraps around the hook, and then use the tip as kind of the tie-in, hold the scud back and wrap back to just above where the barb of the hook would be, or where the barb of the hook is if you're not using a barbless hook. So now I'm ready for dubbing, and I want to make sure this is mixed up pretty good, and then I just want a little bit of dubbing. Start from the back and wrap it around. And then I'm not really trying to taper this. If it comes out a little fatter in the center, that's okay. But I'm really not trying to do that. Get to the front. And now I'm going to tie in these, just a little piece of these centipede legs. And I'm tying them in as antennae. So if they land on the front or the top of the hook shank, I'm perfectly okay with that. And even them up. Bring the scud back across the back and adjust it. A couple of wraps over it. A couple of wraps in front. Clip. Counter wrap this wire if you want to. I normally don't. I find it easier to tie off and control if I do not counter wrap it. And I try to have some fairly even segments. And then tie it off at the front. Helicopter it, grab the whip finish tool. A couple of 3-turn whip finishes. And I'm using just a plain clear lacquer here as head cement. And the one thing I want to do here is make sure I've cleared the eye, and I'm going to do that by just threading a scrap piece of hackle through the eye and pulling it through. and that will dry clear. There's a Sowbug, size 16.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe for all our videos and tight lines.